All right, it's easy to become numb to media bias these days, so the Ingraham Angle is keeping track of the worst offenders of the week. Now, joining me is Jeff Lord, former CNN commentator and contributing editor of the American Spectator, and Adam Guillette, president of Accuracy in Media. Panel, all right, first up, MSNBC's Claire McCaskill doesn't want to watch fireworks on the 4th of July. Instead, she's got this great new deranged tradition.
We're going to start a new family tradition in my family on the 4th of July, and every 4th of July going forward, we're going to watch that video that the New York Times put together of January 6th.
Jeff, what a twisted way to celebrate our nation's independence.
Congressman, I can only imagine that if this was 1775, she would have been supporting the British because, of course, she would have been totally opposed to the Boston Tea Party, and she would have been opposed to the Battle of Bunker Hill, and on it would have gone. I mean, there's a whole list of video. I mean, I looked today. There's a whole list of videos and movies about all of those. And maybe Claire McCaskill should sit down and take a look at them. I mean, this is just unbelievable. And maybe even she might want to sit down and watch an interview that Lawrence Jones of Fox News did with the father of a 7-year-old girl who was shot to death in Chicago in 2020 and see just what's going wrong in a Democratic-run city. Maybe watch that video.
Yeah. Lawrence Jones does a fabulous job. Adam, what was your take on what Claire McCaskill wants to do?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to the July 4th barbecue at the McCaskill household. What a bummer that place is. Conservatives, libertarians, moderates, we are somber on Memorial Day. We're somber on 9/11. How the heck is this lady somber on Independence Day? The Declaration of Independence, our freedom, was the greatest advancement of human liberty in the history of civilization. And it puts a frown on her face. My gosh.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's political hack Matthew Dowd ginning up domestic insurrection fears. Watch this.
There's 300 million guns in America that we have spread across the country, and that really concerns me. In the immediate, I'm concerned that January 6th was just a preliminary event for worse things that could happen and more loss of life in the course of this. And it's a very, very scary thing.
All right, Adam, this just shows how deeply paranoid Dowd and the rest of the media elite are. What's your take?
Well, since when were progressives against mass violence? I recall last summer, nearly every city in the country was getting burned down, and these guys were literally and metaphorically fanning the flames to the best of their ability. They even had celebrities who were tweeting and bragging about paying the bail money for the rioters. Thankfully, we had thousands of accuracy in media activists who basically tattletaled to their parents on them. We called their managers, agents, and publicists and sent tens of thousands of emails and told them to cut it out, and they did. But I never can take it seriously whenever these people claim to be against violence, especially after what we saw last year.
You know, Jason.
Yeah, please.
In terms of what Adam was saying, there was a Princeton study. There was violence in 48 out of the 50 largest cities in the United States in 2020. The Guardian reported that there were at least 11 Americans who were killed while participating in these riots, and there were another 14 who died in length-related incidents. So where is the concern from Matthew Dowd about that? A total pass.
Yeah, and you had Kamala Harris just last year working to bail these people out, put them back on the street as quickly as possible. All right, exactly. CNN's Jeffrey Toobin had the most ironic comment of the week. Wait till you see this.
Donald Trump, among other things, was the great reputation destroyer. You know, virtually everyone who served in his administration came away with a diminished reputation.
He's the expert on diminished reputations. I buy that. But Jeff, should he really be talking about this on national television?
No. Yeah, I know. Jeff Toobin's a former colleague. How do I say he made a big mistake, big time, and bigger than big time on television? I just can't really say it. But the main point here is that Donald Trump served honorably as president of the United States. the people who work for him, and I know lots and lots and lots of them, are proud of him and will always be proud of him. And big mistake here, particularly Jeff
All right,
should,
Adam.
I think, not say.
Adam, I want to get your very quick take on that.
Sure. I want Jeffrey Toobin giving me PR advice about as quickly as I want Hunter Biden as a life coach. I guess you'll learn more from a defeat than a victory. So in that regard, he must know it all.
All right, we better just leave it there. Gentlemen, thank you.